I have a GE Profile PFSS9PKYASS. I've opened up the control panel door and the red LED light is blinking on the smaller of the two control boards. PBA inverter. Freezer portion is no longer cooling.
Can you guesstimate how old your GE is? And just to clarify, what's the exact model?
6 years old.
Do you plan on doing the work yourself?
Yes.
Anything else we should know to help you best?
I don't think so.
Hello. My name is. I'll be helping you with your appliance question today. Please wait a few moments while I review your question. If the light is flashing, either the inverter board has failed or your compressor has failed. Unplug the wire connections going to the compressor. If you have a multimeter, test resistance between any two prongs on the side of the compressor. There are 3 prongs in a triangle shape on the side of the compressor that the wires plug into. If you unplug the refrigerator and test resistance from any combination of 2 prongs, you should get the same reading, somewhere between 1 and 10 ohms. If they all have the same resistance, replace the inverter board. If one or more of the combinations doesn't have a resistance, you need to replace the compressor. We are on the honor system here. If you need anything else, just let me know. You can continue asking follow-up questions at no additional charge after rating my service if you still need assistance.
Okay. So I unplugged the fridge and plugged it back in. That is when the red LED light was slowly flashing. Then after approximately 5 minutes, the compressor turned on and now the red LED light is steady on. Obviously the freezer portion on the unit is still doing nothing. Not blowing air and the coils are bone dry. I'll try what you told me to do. Also, ice dispenser is no longer working. Fridge portion is working.
The fridge portion only works as long as the freezer stays below 40 degrees. Once the freezer gets too warm, the refrigerator will warm up as well. Hello again. I'm just following up because I haven't heard back from you and I see this question is still open and unrated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I just thought the answer was quite generic for the model fridge/freezer I have. By me saying that the fridge is working would assume the condenser is working? If the condenser is working, then it should be assumed that the inverter board is working. Both inverter and main board were replaced today. The freezer is still not functioning. The thermostat was tested and appears to be functioning correctly. The freezer evaporator just won't get cold.
I have no idea how what I told you was generic, but I certainly didn't tell you to test any thermostats or replace the inverter board or the main board. You did all of that on your own. I told you what to test given your model number you gave me. These are exact tests you needed to do to avoid replacing parts you don't need. But since you replaced the inverter board and the issue didn't get resolved, there is no need to test at this point. You need a new compressor.
I'm not worried about the replacement parts. They can be returned. I'm just confused as to how the condenser is working for the evaporator in the refrigerator but not the evaporator for the freezer. Is that common?
Yes, that's what happens when the compressor gets inefficient. It can't pump Freon to both areas, it can only reach the refrigerator section, which is the first section the Freon passes through.
I understand now. Thank you.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.